From a special appearance by United States President Donald Trump to recognition of a past president of Texas Farm Bureau to national policy gains, highlights were many at this year's American Farm Bureau Federation annual meeting in Nashville. President Trump's visit to the National Convention was the first by a U.S. president in 25 years. He touted the recent tax reform package from Washington and its benefits for farmers and ranchers.
From now on, most family farms and small business owners will be spared, and you're going to be spared, and it really is the word punishment, of the deeply unfair estate tax known as the death tax, so you can keep your farms in the family.
The president's overall message was well received. He also signed 2 executive orders that fund and streamline the expansion of rural broadband access.
Of course, he talked about some of the things that he's done already as far as rolling back some of the regulatory issues, and I think that was great. He did briefly mention NAFTA and talked about working on a better deal, which is very important to us. We just don't feel like we can scrap NAFTA. We need to work on a better deal. So he addressed those issues.
Texas Farm Bureau young farmer and rancher contestants like Justin and Casey Mitchell of Smith County represented the state well. Lane and Jamie Chapin of Vernon advanced to the top 10 in the YF&R Achievement Award competition.
The Texas Farm Bureau Young Farmer and Rancher Contest are difficult in a way, but they're very preparing in a way. We already know what we're going to be faced with, and the questions are very close and similar. So it's almost like with Texas Farm Bureau, you get a chance to win the donut, and here you can put some sprinkles on top.
Past Texas Farm Bureau President Kenneth Diersky was honored with American Farm Bureau Federation's Farm Bureau Founders Award. The award recognizes exemplary leadership, service, and contributions to Farm Bureau.
We're a Farm Bureau proud family, and we thank you, each and every one of you, for what you do for Farm Bureau, and thank you for this honor. I appreciate it. Thank you.
The business session featured several successful policy resolutions from Texas, including the passage of sweeping language regarding the right to repair equipment.
That went very well this year. We had submitted some language last year that got omitted. This year it got put into there, so I think that was a very good thing.
Among other successful policy goals, the 27 voting delegates from Texas helped improve national policy on cotton.
We talked about getting cotton back in as a Title I program. I think that's going to happen. I'm pretty encouraged about that. We tweaked our policy a little bit here today to put us in a better position to do that. And then there was some language put in there about some cold tolerance on cotton seed, which I know for us in Texas is a big deal. So I was glad to see that got in there too, and that we had an opportunity to play a role in that.
Next year's annual meeting will be the 100th of the American Farm Bureau Federation. The centennial celebration will be in New Orleans in January 2019.
I would definitely tell folks to consider the trip to New Orleans. It is a neat city. There's a lot of history. There's a lot of things to do there. President Trump said it's a shame that this was the 99th annual convention. It was a shame it wasn't the 100th. He said, you know, I may just have to come to New Orleans next year. I'm pretty sure he'll get an invitation.
Voting delegates in Nashville elected Zippy Duval of Georgia to a second 2-year term as AFBF president. For TFB News, Gary Joyner, Nashville.